Hello, hello. Good morning. Or good afternoon, wherever you are. Let me get onto the right screen. There we are. Hi, everyone. How are you doing this morning? I hope you are having a good Friday. Hurrah! We made it to the end of the week. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Evelina. Good morning. How has your week been and how has your Friday been so far? Hi Trish, hi Lorna. Yay, we're all here. Thank you so much for joining into our live weekly Zen Doodle session. It is a session I definitely look forward to every week. And it is our opportunity to take a little breather from the week that has been and to set us up with calm Zen energy for the weekend ahead and the week to come. It's a chance to flex our creative muscles, to become grounded, to become present, to reflect, and otherwise just to have a joyful moment of time together with our creativity. So thank you so much for coming here. Evelina, you just woke up. It's okay. I know May is going far too fast. It really is. Where are we? The 16th. We're already halfway through May. That is just ridiculous. And so that's why these sessions are so important, because it does invite us to slow down, to stop, to become present, to notice the passage of time, and to just recognize where we are. So yes, this is a great reminder for us. You know what, I forgot to get my cards for our reminder for today, so I'll go and get those shortly. Jessica, May is flying by. Evelina, I heard something the other day that time goes slower for kids than adults, and it's because they have more fun in their days. So let's try and have more fun in our days to slow down time. I love that. Yes, Jessica. Yes. And it is, I think, if I reflect, and that's a thought that I reflect on often, time did go slower when I was a kid. That's what it felt like. And I really do think it's because we are more present to what we are doing in our play, in our creativity, in our imagination. You know, it is a gift that we lose along the way. So that's what this is all about. So thank you so much for joining here today. And I'd like for you to just get into the moment. Just bring yourself here. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Yay, so glad to have you here. Trish, you say school days were slow and summer seemed to go fast. Yeah. Very true. Yes, absolutely. So interesting. What, like the temporal experience of childhood versus adulthood. And I think it's just getting faster for adults, you know, and probably for kids as well, because of, you know, just life in general feels like it's speeding up with technology and all of that kind of thing. So again, it speaks to why these sessions are so important for us to take responsibility for our experience of the passage of time, to take ownership of consciously slowing ourselves down, reminding ourselves to slow down. That's what these sessions are for, to take ownership of our time again. And it is a practice of self-care to prioritize creativity and fun, doing something pleasurable for no other reason, for nobody else, just for you and for your enjoyment of it. So what a gift we are giving ourselves every week in these sessions. Thank you so much for joining. And so gather yourself, bring yourself present into this moment, gather all the things that you need for our drawing session, whether that is analog or digital equipment. If you need a drink, grab that while you get yourself ready. I'm going to go and grab my cards. I don't know why I keep forgetting those of late. So while you gather your things, I'll gather my things. Fortunately, they're not very far. They are literally just over here. And then I have to squeeze myself back into my floor, onto my yoga mats. My yoga mats follow me everywhere. Okay, so we are beginning our practice of becoming present. As part of that, let's do a check-in. Take a few deep breaths. Breathing in and breathing out slowly. And one more. Breathing in and breathing out slowly. Okay, let's do a check-in. Reflecting on the week that you've had. Calling to mind the intentions you have for the rest of this day, your intentions for the weekend ahead, and how you want to show up next week until we meet again. How are you feeling in this moment? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being awful, 10 being awesome. How are you feeling? Body, mind, soul, emotions, thoughts. Put it all into one melting pot. And what number comes to mind? Where are you at? And if you feel called to share in the comments, because we're all here sharing this moment in time. And the intention is for high vibes. But also where you are, wherever you are is perfect. Whatever your check-in number is perfect. And this practice is intended to at least move the needle in the right direction for you, whatever that means for you. But we're all here co-creating. We're all part of this journey together. I would say I'm feeling like an 8. I'm feeling like an 8. So I'm sending you 8 vibes. Where are you at? Teresa Marie. Hi. When a child turns 5, they have lived 1,825 days. A 70-year-old has lived 25,550 days. So the ratio of time for one day is much lower. Hence, it is perceived as slower. Wow. That is a lovely reframe. Thank you so much for sharing that, Teresa Marie. Much slower for a 5-year-old. And happy birthday to your grandson. Yay, 5 years old. Jessica, you're a 7. Okay, wonderful. Inga, hello, my friend. Welcome. How are you doing today? Where are you at? What's your number for today? Your check-in in this moment on a scale of 1 to 10. How are you feeling? And while we become grounded, slowing down, I always feel like at the start of these sessions, when I'm waiting for making sure all the tech is working, that my energy goes up, has a little spike, and then I must bring myself back. Teresa Marie, you're 71 months. You're 71 months zip by. I get it. Oh gosh, wow. I actually want to screenshot that because I want to contemplate that. So I'm going to just quickly do that. Thank you. That is such a powerful nugget. Oh, no, wait, I missed it. Hold on. That's such a powerful nugget. No, I missed it again. It keeps moving. Okay, let me do this quick. Got it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so Inga, you're about a 6, having a bit of a headache. Okay, breathe into that headache. Acknowledge the headache. Let the headache do what it needs to do. Trish, you're 4.5. It's been a long week. You need to rejuvenate. Yes, and this session is the start of a self-care weekend. That's beautiful. Yay. Yes, may we nudge that 4.5 to something at least in the direction of a 10. Yay. Okay, all right, so I've got our additional little reminder here. Let's see what comes up for us today. Battles. That's our card. Battles. So it says, being sexy is not about the way I look. Being sexy is about the way I walk, the way I talk, and the way I think. That's an interesting card. Battles. Being sexy is not about the way I look. Being sexy is about the way I walk, the way I talk, and the way I think. I would replace the word sexy with just like something with more gravitas, authentic or real, or it is about confident. That's what I would replace that with. Being confident is not about the way I look. Being confident is about the way I walk, the way I talk, and the way I think. Like that. That's a powerful energy. Lovely reminder for us. Yes, thank you, Jessica. We were on the same page. Yeah. Okay. Teresa Marie, warm greetings. Treaty 6 and homeland of the, I don't know how to say that, Métis people in a place known as Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. Yay, so glad to have you here. You work with a headache as well. And you're an 8. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. Okie dokie. Matey. Okay, I got it. Oh, well, I'm so glad to have you all here. Thank you for joining. And so let us prepare ourselves for our doodle session. Today is a general doodling session, so that it's not a letter-orientated one. If for Teresa Marie, to let you know, hi CJ, good morning. Yes, you're a 6. Okay, all right. Okay, so we're kind of in the middle there. I like knowing where we are so that we can see how we change as we go. So every alternate Friday, we do a letter-orientated doodle session. And then in between alternate Fridays is our kind of more just creative and flowy, less structured doodle sessions, but same principles apply. Today, though, we're just going to go back to basics and go back to filling in a square. And before we get going, I would just like for us to warm up our wrists, warm up our hands, send some love and gratitude to our 10 digits that help us do so much in our daily lives. Everything, I mean, just what they are able to do for us, the things that they unlock for us, the creativity that they express for us, just spending some time to send some love and warmth, moving your wrist, rotating and reversing the rotation, bending your fingers, getting them warmed up, getting them lubricated and letting them know that we're going to create something wonderful together. Rotating the other way. Maybe stretching your wrists a little bit. Go back as far as is comfortable for you with a little bit of stretch. And then on the other side, just a little bit of a stretch. A little bit of an extension over there. And then let's flex the other way as well. So just tapping the top of your hand there to just extend your wrist. And then let's just do a little round of finger movements here, just bending at the second knuckle, the second or the first joint, whichever way you're counting from, just to warm them all up and letting them know that we're going to be doing something with them today. And then extend the movement through to your shoulders, going backwards, rolling backwards. Grace Ann, hi! The doodle today is it's not a letter, it is a free form. I need to find a way of describing it, but it is a more free form doodle. And we're going back to basics. Yesterday, I did a live illustration session on the other platform that I do lives on, and the shape that came up was that of square. So we're going to doodle in a square today. Just taking that inspiration. Okay. All right, so taking a deep breath, exhaling, grabbing your tools. I'm going to switch the camera over and we can begin our doodle session. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. So for those of you who are new here, I use an iPad and Apple Pencil and the Procreate app. But if you've got pen and paper, or pencil and paper, or a journal, or anything analog, that is perfect. This is not about the tool at all. It is about the practice. It is about the process. It's not about the outcome or the aesthetic. It's about the practice and the process. There does not need to be any perfection involved here. There also does not need to be any judgment involved here. It is about the practice and the process. Okay, and also if you're new here, you can get yourself the 50 Mindful Doodles for Beginners that I created, which is a free resource of the doodle patterns that we will be using throughout this session and all other sessions. The link is in my teacher bio. Now so Insight Timer did change, and I should be able to, I don't know where I can do that. They said that we can flash up where to go to my teacher profile, but I can't see where that is. Yeah, no, I can't see that. Anyway, yeah, I have set up a card, but it's not showing here. I don't know how to access it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. If you click on my profile picture, then it should show you where to go to find my teacher profile, or at least follow me for now, so that you can then after the session go and find my teacher profile. And within my profile, if you go to the About page, there is a link that will direct you to go and get this doodle sheet. So this is what we're going to be referencing. And then also, if you are new here, you won't know that the way that we choose our doodle patterns for the day, and also how many of them, is with our fun little wheel. So these sessions are definitely about inviting fun and, silliness or lightheartedness into our practice. Not all meditation needs to be serious. This is a form of active meditation, and we invite the fun aspects into it. So we've got two wheels. One wheel will determine how many different doodles we're going to do today, and then the second wheel will determine which of our 50 doodles we're going to do. I'm just going to get my other camera going live. I am streaming to somewhere else as well. So there we go as we get going. All right, so let's see, how many doodles are we going to do today? Let me know, would you like me to increase the number of doodle patterns? I have just got a selection from 3 to 7 here right now. Let me know if you would like more. Avelina, how big a square? So that is completely up to you, depending on the page that you're doodling on. I'm going to move this over here because it seems like that would make more sense. Is that okay? And then I'll put that down there so that you can see that. So depending on how big your page is, obviously the bigger your square is, either the more doodles you can fit in or the bigger your doodles can be. So it needs to be a comfortable size for you. Let me choose what pen I'm going to do, my Zen Doodle pen. So what I like to do is start out, and this is actually a Zentangle method. You do your 4 little corners, little dots, and then you join the 4 dots. You can use a ruler if you want to, but you don't have to. I like the organic feel of the imperfect line. Completely up to you how big your square is. Also, what will impact, the bigness of your square, the size of your square, is how thick is your pen, how thick is your pencil. So, because a chunkier pen will need more space. So, yeah. Okay, so Jessica, you like 3 to 7, okay. Or do we eliminate 2 so there is at least 3 every time? Yeah. Okay, perfect, cool. We're all on the same page. Yeah, 3 to 7 is what we've got. Okay, so let's see how many we do. 6. All right, so we're going to do 6 different doodles today. So you can decide, let me go there, however you want to divide your square into 6 different containers. You can do parallel lines, you can do diagonal lines, you can do squirrely whirly lines. It is completely up to you. Personal choice. Nobody else needs to see what you're doing. Only my doodle is currently visible. We can share, and if you want to share your doodles after the fact, we do have a platform that you can do that, also linked in my teacher profile. But it's completely up to you. So divide your square into six different sections. I've got 1 too many. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've gone with a random shapes and things. So once you've got that divided, and then what we are doing new here is let me put a new layer on. We are going to then pull all 6 numbers, all 6 doodles, so that if you have the doodle sheets, you can refer to them and you can go at your own pace. And then for next time, you will have, if you're new here and you don't have your own sheets, then for next time you will have them and you can go at your own pace. So the first one is 9. I'm going to see if I can slide this over and have our wheel. Yes, okay. So 9, 22, 12, 45, 1, 2, 3, 4, 37. It's kind of like doodle bingo. And 13. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there we go. We've got all of our doodles. And so now I'll start with number 9. Let's pull that up. Number 9. There we go. Okay, so this is our first pattern. Kind of like looking at mushrooms from the bottom. So we'll start with that one, and you get to choose which of your sections in your square that you want to keep them. I will keep that there so that you've got it as a reference if you don't have your download with you. Can you see that okay? Yeah, fried eggs. Yes. Fried egg flowers. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, so I'll do that section last so that I can keep the numbers up there for you. And now we start our doodle session. Let me just angle around here a little bit. And so the invitation is for you to take it easy, be mindful of your breath. Oftentimes we hold on to our breath without realizing it. I just use a little cloth here because my hand gets stuck on the screen. And so with this doodle, fried eggs or the upside down mushrooms, just start with the shapes, the roundish kind of squiggly shapes. Doesn't need to be exact and doesn't need to be perfect. And they kind of are layered. No. Every now and then I accidentally swap my color. So they're kind of underneath each other. And then once you've got the outlines of them, you can go here. I wonder if I should put this there. Once you've got the outlines of them, then you can go ahead and do the border. Notice if you're holding any tension anywhere in your drawing hand. My first doodle is always a little bit wonky because it's the start of the session. I haven't yet landed into the rhythm of it. I feel tension in my shoulder. My hand is a little, still needs to wake up. My mind might be overthinking. Interestingly, and as the card said, with confidence. Confidence is slow. And even if you're new to this, just take it slow. Perhaps you're new to letting go of perfection or allowing things to be messy. In Sketchbook, Jessica, you found a predictive stroke tool. I like that it takes the wobble out of my lines. I'm not sure if Procreate has something similar. It does. It definitely does. I like to balance messy and organic with perfect lines. Okay, and then you go and create your circles in the middle of your mushrooms or your fried egg or your flower, however you perceive them. I like to put an aura around the circle and really embrace the messiness. Notice how tight you're gripping your pencil or your pen. And invite your fingers to relax if they're holding too tight. And once you've got your circles finished, then we can start with the inner lines. And so it's just going from the inside out and with a little gap in between. Radiating out from the middle. Invite calm. Notice this moment right now. Notice what you are doing, how you're feeling while you're doing it. Invite the rest of your body to relax. Invite your mind to slow down. Invite creative energy to step up, to be the main character. Invite joy and pleasure in the simple things. This is a simple practice. As adults, we forget how pleasurable the simple things can be. And yet as kids, we would disappear into our imagination, into creating, into play. Remember a time when you immersed yourself in something you really enjoy. No expectation. And notice how you feel. So many times when I do this practice, I start to feel sleepy while I'm drawing. And then I know I'm properly allowing relaxation. Notice how the repetitive motion is almost hypnotic. Turn your page so that your hand and your arm stay in the same comfortable position. Of course, move your hand, your arm, your elbow, your shoulder whenever you need to. But generally to keep your posture mindful and intentional, to keep your hand in the most comfortable, relaxing position. Turn your page as opposed to twisting your hand. Remember to breathe. Hi, Mindy. Jessica, something fun I've dove into is the love life of a mockingbird who's trying to establish his territory in my neighborhood. I love that. I've gotten curious about all the calls he can mimic. Wow. I talk with my neighbor about how he sings all night looking for a mate. She had to hang CDs from her tree to deter him, and I saw him bringing nesting supplies to my tree this morning. So I wonder if he's found a mate. He's been very fun to imagine his story. That is so sweet. I love that. That sounds like something to draw. The love life of a mockingbird. How delightful. I mean, would you ever contemplate the love life of a mockingbird? Nature is so wonderful. I don't even know what a mockingbird looks like. I'll have to look that up. Notice if you've got any tightness anywhere. If you were to imagine where the locus of your current energy is, where is that in your body? Where do you feel the presence of the most noticeable energy right now? Just to notice, just to observe. Just to acknowledge. And while our busy brain, our monkey brain, is entranced by what we're doodling, it gives the rest of our mind space to just be. This is like hypnotizing that loud, busy part of our brain, that always on the go part of our mind. This is like what is that snake? I forget what the word is. Snake do, you know, do. For the monkey mind. I'm so glad you're doing well. That's very interesting, Mende. That as you're doing physically well, it's interesting, as your injuries have been healing, you've started feeling a lot of sadness. This is a lovely way of processing that. Sitting with that sadness. Let it sit next to you while you doodle. Kathy, you love this design. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, and once you have finished your mushrooms or flowers or fried eggs, if you want to, you can fill in the gaps, color it in. Alrighty, so that's doodle number 9. Moving on to doodle number 22, if you're following along with me. I realize I need to move my numbers onto a different layer. Okay, so number 22. Let us see. Number 22. This is like our, I don't know, I always think of hay bales or something with this doodle pattern, just so that you can see it properly. This is number 22. How are you doing? Love the conversation happening. Love it. Love how we all help each other. Oh gosh. Okie dokie. I feel like I need to get my glasses for some reason this morning, so I'm just going to get them. Not sure why it's requiring that. But there you go. Okay, doodle number 2. So this one, I start off with the circles of different sizes. Some going off the edge of the container. And then we start joining them. I've suddenly gone to a thicker pen. And I do maybe start with the central line and then 1, 2, 3, 4 curved lines on either side. And wherever a circle has a gap is an opportunity to connect it to a nearby one. I hope you're feeling better, Mende. Good, I'm glad, Laurie. Glad it's calming for you. Hi, Joseph. Remind yourself every now and then to just take a nice cleansing breath. Notice the rhythm of the repeating patterns. Enjoy the rhythm. Keep adding circles if you feel called to, additional connection points. Maybe contemplate, as this is a doodle that demonstrates connections, what connections have shown up for you lately? Maybe this week. What connections? Funny story, yesterday I was speaking to a friend of a friend she lives in New York City, and I was introduced to her by she's basically my best friend, and it turns out that this friend of hers who lives in New York City that I was speaking to knows somebody that I knew when I lived in Cape Town. I tell you, like, connections. The world is such a small place. And this is a resident of New York City, and she knows somebody that I worked with in Cape Town. Crazy. Connections. So when you have got your circles and you've joined your circles, if you feel like you're done with adding more connections but you've got the gaps, then you can start to fill them in just with lines that go in a slightly different direction to the ones that are already on the page. You can curve them, you can keep them straight, however you choose. Just filling the space. Oh. See, these are the connections happening right here in the chat. How wonderful is that? Supporting each other. The gift of community. Okay, so once you have filled in the gaps, we can move on to the next pattern. How are you doing? Number 12, are you keeping up? Are you moving ahead? Are those straight or curved lines? I'm doing a mixture of both, a little bit straight and a little bit curved. Some are straight, some are curved. There is no rule. There we go. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one. These are the numbers we're doing if you have just joined. And if you want to get your hands on all of the reference sheets, the link is in my teacher profile. So this was number 22. I'm going to move on to number 12. So here we go. Number 12. It is not in order. I think that is number 12. No, it is not. Oh dear. Number 12. Okay. Finally got there. So this is number 12. So we start with separating out our container with a bunch of different squiggly lines, and then we fill it with these square looking flowers. Again, choosing your container, your own choice. Did I do that now? Okay, there we go, got it. All right, so we're going to do some squiggly lines in our container. They can cross over. And you can decide when you've got enough. Okay, and then we start filling in with flowers that the petals reach into each corner of the shape that we are filling. So I like to start with deciding where the center of the flower is and then going right up against the edge of the line. Squish into the corners there and bring your line back. Some petals can be big, some can be small. And the edges of them are slightly rounded. If you've got the sharp corners, if you've just done straight lines, you can then just go and fill in to round out the edges so that they're still square, but they've got a softer edge. And then each flower gets a little vein with 2 dots. Each petal, sorry. Okay, so that's what we're aiming for in each of the spaces. Let me make that smaller so that you can see. Can you see that one okay? Yes. Yes. They are a lot of flower patterns today. Notice how you're feeling right now. Have you felt any kind of shift since we started? If you've been here from the beginning. Do you notice your breath, breathing slower? Your thoughts, are they slowing down or are they speeding up? Just be curious. Notice what it feels like for you if you are rounding out these corners of these square petals or these hard angled petals. In neurographic art, that is purported to be a relaxation technique in itself, just rounding out the sharp angles. Remember to give your shoulders, your neck, your hand, your elbow, your fingers a little break if you need to. We have been going for an hour or thereabout. Move your body Listen to where it needs some release. Breathe into it. Sounded like a very fast plane going overhead. Yeah, possibly a 747. Sounded bigger than that. We are unfortunately fairly close to Reagan International Airport. And so we hear a lot of airplanes all day. One of the busiest airports in the country, I believe. It sounded like a jet. Yes, I'm in DC. I think I heard the plane after you. Oh, okay. Yeah. I am in DC, close to Arlington Cemetery. Actually, technically Virginia. The sky is so dark and foreboding, but no thunder yet. Yes, I saw that there are... Where are you, Larry? I forget. I saw that there are thunder clouds gathering. It's a very strange, been a very strange spring, weather-wise. Like unsettled almost. Doesn't know if it wants to be hot or cold. These flowers, this particular doodle, for some reason makes me think of back in the 90s, 80s and 90s, and maybe early 2000s, the Billabong brand. There was very floral shirts and board shorts. Yeah, Billabong. Oh, Laurie. Midwest tornado watches, gosh. Oh, Matthew, you're in Minneapolis. We had a tornado watch last evening. Gosh, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Really? That's crazy. I don't know the geography very well yet. Oh, okay, gosh, I'm missing a lot of this chat here. Okay, so you're in Pennsylvania, Laurie. And Mende are in Pennsylvania. Oh, Kat, you're in DuPont and it's completely clear and blue. Okay, so our clouds must have disappeared. Earlier that was a bit dark on the horizon. Minneapolis, Minnesota. My parents are currently RVing in Milwaukee or near Milwaukee. I hope there's not tornadoes near them. Laura, can you draw for manga? I've never tried, I must be honest. I tend to draw more cozy style illustrations with regard to not the Zen doodle artwork. I tend to draw like cozy illustrations, cats and dogs, basically. That's my forte. I haven't tried manga before. Is that something that you draw? Matthew, say it's common here at this time of year, gosh. My family, Minda, you say your family gets tornado warnings in Illinois, and I had one coming through last month. I have never seen one, thankfully. I have personally, kind of a strange desire to do tornado chasing, but at a distance, a safe distance. Oh, okay, Milwaukee is one state over, drivable from here. Okay, as long as the tornadoes keep away. Oh, cool. Oh, Laura, you grew up in Chicago. Wow, my folks explored Chicago. Shame, it's so cute. They're 72 and they never came to America until we moved here, and this is their second visit. And they decided that now for their second visit they're going to do the RV thing. So I'm very excited for them. And we'll be joining up with them at the end of next week, actually. We're going to go and drive and meet up with them. It's so lovely to see them being active and adventurous in their 70s. Very inspirational. They are very young at heart. I think there's a lot obviously, so much we can learn. I was going to say so much we can learn from toddlers and the elderly. Us in the middle, we can take a moment and just learn so much from those who are on either side of us chronologically. Okay, tornadoes are very elusive. Well, that's a good thing. Oh, okay, you're going to go meet up with your folks as well. That's so cool. It's quite interesting as well, because my folks have come from Cape Town, and we drive on the other side of the road there. So they're hiring this RV and then have never driven an RV, and then on top of it have to drive on the other side of the road. You're never too old to learn. I feel like this is taking a very long time today. How are you feeling? It's funny we talk about time at the top of this session and how time goes so fast. How are you experiencing the passage of this time? Okay, only on the third one. Oh, Mende, you're going to the Redwood Forest. Oh, I went there last year. It is amazing. Laurie, these designs are so great for brain processing. Yes, I really need to get your iPad set up to do this instead of just watching. Oh yes, please do. There are many apps that you can download to get started. Jessica, my dad is the same age as yours and he has so much more energy than me. But I think it comes with not caring what others think at that point, or doing more of what you want without other life demands we in-betweeners may have. Absolutely, yeah. I think it is a different state of mind. Yeah, Laurie, just say if you need help or advice or anything with setting up your iPad to do this. So jealous of you, Mende, going to the Redwood Forest. It is magical there. Your mother and much of her family live in Paris, Illinois, 3 hours from Chicago. Yes, time flies when you're having fun. Awesome, it's exciting and soothing. I'm glad you're experiencing that, Matthew. Saving drawing until this weekend, but just listening in as I work. Okay, awesome. I need to change our music. Claire, do I have to download Substack to get your doodle reference sheet? You don't have to download it. You can get it on your laptop and just access it on a browser. But you would need to get a, you know what? I think there's another link that I can share where you don't have to sign up to Substack if you don't want to. I'll check that in my teacher profile afterwards. But yes, you do need to sign up to Substack at least to get into the chat, where you can also then share your doodles. Trish, you babysit your grandson every Friday. He has been so easy all these weeks. Today at 10 months, he is a tenor, a good terror, but I am only getting each square populated with a couple of doodles and we'll fill in later. But the combo of him and the session is raising my number. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. The invitation stands for you to complete the doodle over however many days you need to, or however many sessions you need to. Okay, Mende, so you've been screenshotting to get the patterns. Okay, awesome. Laurie, you're suffering long COVID with neurological issues, and I'm sure this would be both calming and great for healing my brain. Absolutely, 100%. Yes. Okay, so number 12 is done. Let me do that on that layer. And let's get number 45. Number 45 is this one. So that's number 45. I think what I'll do is I'll bring up the rest of the 3 onto the screen so that you can screenshot the patterns if you don't have the download. For those of you who don't have the download yet, so I'll bring these up. I'm just going to put some background music on because it seems to have cycled through. There we go. Okay, so that's number 45. It was a bit loud. Is that better? Oh, okay, there we go. So number 37. If you want to screenshot it, that's that one. That's number 37. If you want to screenshot that one. Bye, Jessica. Thank you for joining. Yes, hi, Britt. We are playing on the Procreate app, doodling in the Procreate app. So that's number 37, and then number 13. Number 13. That's our final pattern. If you want to screenshot that, if you need to go. It is now the full 90 minutes that we have reached. So I'm going to, I think in order to honor your time, we were speaking about time, gosh, that music is loud. I will finish it off here then. We'll end it here because it is the 90 minutes. And the invitation stands for you to complete this doodle, and if you want to, then share your doodle. Follow the link in my teacher profile. And yes, I know, 90 minutes goes by so quickly. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that. Matthew, Procreate is the app that I'm drawing in. Procreate. But there are many other apps that you can draw in as well. Sketchbook is another one. Can I show number 45 again? Sure. Number 45, I believe it was, oh no, that's 37, 45, that one. There we go, that's number 45. Thanks, Trish. Yeah, Procreate is the app. Can you redo the first of the last 3? I wasn't ready to screenshot. The first of the last 3. Okay, that was 45. Yeah, there we go. Am I using tablet or laptop? This is an iPad. This is an iPad. And then the app is Procreate. Another drawing app that I like to use sometimes is Concepts. I drew this, that's what I do my illustration tools on, but and other little drawings. They've got a free version, so if you want to get started, concepts, they've got very limited brush sets, but sufficient to just get, into it. I've done some other doodling patterns on here before. What I do like about concepts, this turning into a tech tutorial, is that it's got an infinite screen, so you're not limited to, the square of the page. But yeah, I think I need to do my favorite drawing apps video somewhere. Alrighty, there we go. Which iPad do I have? Now you're asking me a question. How do I find that out? About iPad Pro 13. iPad Pro 13. That's the iPad. Okay. Yes, there are many, many options. You can, they're very powerful these days. I like the bigness of the screen, but I still also use a smaller one, my old one, much smaller in size. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, that's the size one. So you don't need to have a big one. I just wanted to have the bigger screen. I love my iPad. I do everything. I study on it, I read on it, I draw on it, I do everything on the iPad. Teresa Marie, long weekend in Canada. Ooh, commonly known as May 24. 2 separate letters. Some people still call it Victory Day. Too many. Oh, Albert and Victoria in colonized countries. Yes, absolutely. Well, yeah, Albert and Victoria. Well, happy celebrations for you this weekend, Teresa Marie. May you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for joining. You have an old iPad. It was given to you more recently and was gifted a MacBook Pro. Amazing. Not as old. We'll check out apps for drawing. Yes, yes, do. It's a lovely way of expressing your creativity. Laurie, this was so much fun. You're so welcome. I'd like to learn to use my iPad more. Yes, do. It unlocks a world of creativity. It really does. Like, the options are endless. You're so welcome, Kathy. Yay, glad to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. I've really appreciated spending the morning with you. And if you do feel like sharing your doodles with others who have joined, then just follow the link in my teacher profile. Also, the link for next week's live doodling session should be up on my teacher profile as well. So hopefully you can join then. I will just give you a heads up that probably the following week there won't be a Friday morning session because I will be road tripping with my parents. And but I'll keep you posted. All right, everyone, have yourself a fantastic weekend. Oh, before we go, just do a quick check-in. What's your number now compared to where you started? Have a quick little check-in. Where are you now? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being awful, 10 being awesome. I would love to hear. CJ, you're a 9, yay! Fantastic. Glad to hear that. Teresa Marie, you're heading up north to visit a dear friend and might see your ex. Going up with my sweet son. Maybe grandkids too. Amazing. We'll have a lovely, wonderful trip, Teresa Marie. Travel safely as well. Enjoy the weekend. Yay. Yes. Happy healing, Mende. Hope you're feeling better. I'm glad this was good for you, Teresa. I was doing Neurographica daily for weeks, but when in a hiatus. Oh, yay, Laurie, you've gone way up. Matthew, you're a 10. Hurrah! Feeling the good vibes. Yay! You're feeling 9, Teresa. Amazing. That all gives me goosebumps. Thank you so much. I'm glad that we moved the needle. I'm feeling a 9, 10 thereabout as well. Yay. Evelina, you're a 9 as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining this morning, and have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again next Friday. All right, everybody. Bye. CJ, sorry, before I go, you're a 9. First deep breath I've taken since my husband was admitted to the hospital on the 10th. Ah, sending you so much love, CJ. Sending him healing vibes, and take your 9 energy in when you visit him. Thanks, everyone. Bye.